social media platforms.
And now in studio, we are joined by Doreen Nabwire, just to help us talk about women football.
Yes.
Right? And on this day that we are celebrating Mashujaa,
Kabisa. It's befitting. It's really befitting.
We really need to celebrate and just understand women sports, women football in generally from our perspective. The challenges, the successes, and these challenges, what are possible solutions, what needs to be done to make sure that even the women football is put to the level is professionalized to the level of the WSL. You don't know me, I follow WSL so much, so that we get to those levels. Doreen, karibu sana SportyFM.
Asante sana, thanks for having me.
Now, for a listener from my village in Kindu Bay is wondering, Doreen ni nani?
Wow. Well, Doreen Nabwire, well, I am a former football player.
Yeah.
I grew up through the structure of MISA, playing football. I started playing football when I was 8 years in Madare North.
Yes.
For a team known as North Villas. And went on to represent MISA in the Norway Cup in 1999, 2000 and 2001.
Yeah.
In 1999, we were eliminated in the quarterfinals. In 2000, we met Sweden in the finals, and they beat us 1-0. And then in 2001, we met Sweden in the finals again, but this time we beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it was kind of my turning point also in football, because I come from a footballing family. My father used to play football, although he incurred an injury at a very young age when he was playing high school football. But then I have two older brothers who at the time were very, very actively playing football.
Yeah.
And then like my entire family, we're a football family. So I'm the third born, and I have sister Christine, two sisters Christine, who also plays football. The youngest is Vivian. She never took the pathway of football. She just played it for fun. But then I have a brother also, Eric Johanna, who is still actively playing football right now in Saudi. And for me, it was automatic also, because we grew up watching football at home. So I would find myself in the streets just playing around in the neighborhood. You'd never find me with girls playing kati or such like games.
Birikicho,
no. I was busy kicking balls around, and at that time, during those days, we never had like the balls. So we made plastic paper balls.
Zajuala.
Balls.
Yeah.
So we'd play around with boys in the streets. Of course, at the beginning, my mom didn't like it, following the usual gender roles, and also she preferred I stayed home and assist with the house chores and all. So I found it difficult when I joined North Villas to even honor matches, because my mom wouldn't let me. So at one time we were playing a championship semi-final match, and I knew my mom wouldn't let me go. So I asked the whole team to come home to seek permission on my behalf. At the time I think I was 13. So the whole team came, and to their surprise, my mom was like, no, she's not going anywhere. And in fact, she gave me dishes to wash. But the good thing, on that day my dad was around. It was a Saturday. So he was sleeping. He was just taking a nap. He was a little bit tipsy also. So he heard the commotion and the noise from my teammates, and it woke him up kind of. So he came to check what is happening here. So he inquired to understand what was happening, and one of my teammates, who was the captain then, her name was Monica, she's based in Germany right now. He was like, okay, we have a very important match and we're here to pick Doreen up. So my dad was actually pleasantly surprised. He didn't know that I played football. Yeah, that's how busy our parents also were. They were never involved. Back in the days, they were never involved in what we were doing. They never understood what we were doing outside home. So my dad was pleasantly surprised, and he was like, Doreen, like he nicknamed me Dodo when I was young, when I was still little. So he was like, since when do you play football? And I was like, I've been playing football. So then he was like, stop whatever you're doing and go, and make sure that all your matches you invite me. And I was so happy. And you all know that like the head of the house in our communities, like Baba Kshasema Nivo, there's nothing Mama can say, you know. So my mom had to watch in disbelief as I left the dishes there and left. And from then on, actually, my dad became my number one fan. He came to all our school games, like high school games. He would be there when we played in Malindi during national school games or in Kisumu. He'd show up just to come and support me and my friends as well. So for me, it was clear that I really, really wanted to play football also at a professional level. And I had promised myself that after high school, like I wouldn't finish 2 years before turning pro. But at that particular time, there were no opportunities also. Like after Norway Cup in 2002, Maisas formed Mathare United Women FC. That's when it was formed, 2002, and it was semi-pro. But unfortunately, as good as we were, we had very, very good players. As good as we were, there was no league in Kenya. So we only participated in tournaments Maisa organized, or in Uganda or Tanzania, because there was an annual East Africa tournament cup in Tanzania. And then during the Independence Day in Uganda, like they usually organize a big women's tournament. So those are the competitions that we were involved in only. There was nothing locally that we could like participate in besides the tournaments that Maisa organized. And so what I had in mind after high school was maybe get a full ride scholarship to the US, soccer scholarship. And I tried to pursue that. And 3 times I was denied visa. So I never felt bad about it, actually. And actually, looking back, that was God kind of redirecting me. Because after the 3rd denial, the same year, I got an opportunity to go to the Netherlands to do an international course. But before that, coaching course, and before that, there was a UN conference here in Nairobi. And there was one of the guys, like at the time, the special advisor to Ban Ki-moon on sports development and peace was a German guy known as Willy Lemke. So Willy Lemke was a politician in Germany and a former president of Werder Bremen. He had led the club for 17 years. So at the UN, his idea was to also identify role models around the world and use them to empower young people within their communities. So when he came to Kenya for the UN Congress, he shared the idea with a few people, including Bob Munro, the founder of MISA, and then Dr. Obama, and the then German ambassador here in Kenya. And luckily, I had some engagements with Dr. Auma and also the then ambassador here. So they both highly recommended me and was like, this young lady you need to meet. So he immediately asked for me to join them at a dinner they were having in Westlands that evening. So when I met him, like I think like energies don't lie. Say that. So when he just said hello, he was like, you're the one I'm looking for. So he said, sit next to me, and immediately he told me, okay, I've heard so much about you. I have 2 options for you. One, I'm looking for role models, and I'm looking to empower them and use them to empower other young people within their communities. And secondly, I've heard that you're a very good football player, and so if it works, then I would invite you to Germany, do trials with Werder Bremen. If they accept you, if they feel you're good enough, then I'll arrange for you to move to Germany and play at Werder Bremen. But if it doesn't work, then we will go with plan A still. So I will still invite you to Germany so you can do some internship and then come back and empower you, do your community work.
Mentorship
and all. So when I was going to the international course in Netherlands, we combined it with the trials in Germany at Werder Bremen. So after my workshop, I went down there for like 3 days, and the first day was just training. The second day there was a friendly match, and and a recovery training. Kind of. But then like during the first the first day of training, like I think the coach decided 15 minutes after watching me, right after warm up, and then we got into like just kicking the ball, and she was like, yeah, we're keeping you
we're
for sure.
keeping you.
For sure. So we went on to play the friendly match on the next day, and we I think we won 5-0. It was just a pre-season friendly match, and I scored 3 goals and I assisted 1 goal. So
hat-trick on your first game.
On your first
yeah. So it was clear that I would go with option B, and so Willy Lemke had to make sure that I stay in Germany. So that's how I ended up in Germany. Yeah.
How was that experience, by the way?
Yeah, was
playing in Germany. It's a foreign country, it's a new country, it's a new experience. Just trying, of course, to adapt to that, and of course again perform in the pitch.
Actually, before I even go into that, my dream had come true.
Yes.
2 years after high school.
Yes, what you had said.
Yes, I need to have turned pro. And so for me, it was not just for me, but it was a message that there is potential here in Kenya, but it is only opportunities that we are lacking.
Yeah.
And I was not the best Kenya ever had. There are so many others who have no opportunity to even be exposed or expose themselves.
Yeah.
And so moving to Germany, it was winter. I'd never seen snow before in my life.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of challenges. Language was one of them. Food was the other one. Also the intensity of trainings and also matches, because one of the things, like we are technically blessed. But then we struggle. Like I also struggled a lot with tactics, because the coaching I knew was so different from the real, like what football really entails, which is the not just the technical part but also the tactical part. So I struggled with movement a bit, because also I was a midfielder when I went, but then the coach, like I was fast also, so the coach felt I could use you better as a striker. So I struggled. Although I scored. I ended up as the top scorer, yes. Yeah. But I really struggled with very basic things that I needed actually a whole year plus to learn and understand. And one of the other challenges was like infrastructure. Like here, like the facilities we use as a training too at a match venues, sana for women football, pathetic.
Yes.
And then you go kiwanja ni carpet, so ball speed, ile ball ina ujazoea because hapa view unaweza piga pass igonge mawe kidogo isimame, unaweza cheza nayo, but then hapa ball ina move and you need to move as well. So I struggle with that a little bit, but the good thing nilikuwa fast pia. So technically pia nilikuwa poa, so runs kidogo hizo, the tactical part ndio nilikuwa na struggle nayo kidogo, especially moves za striking. I was known to supply, not to yes. So but all in all, it was a good season. I managed. The good thing is that I had already started learning German even before I knew I would go to play in Germany. And so with the language I got to catch up, because I also enrolled at the university in Bremen to continue with the language. And so I managed to pick up. And for me, what made the difference is being in the pitch. That has always been my safe space. The moment you're on the field with the ball, you forget everything else. So you just want to play. You're in your element. You just want to go on and shine. And that for me was the game changer. Like I enjoyed every moment I was on the pitch. I enjoyed every single training, and that I could comfortably say that was a successful season for me. But then I didn't stay in Germany, because I got an opportunity to go back to the Netherlands to do a UEFA C license. Sponsored fully by the Dutch Football Federation. And they were like, we know you're actively playing football, and you should not worry about that. There is a club here where you'll be following your course that is in the top women's division, so you can be signed and continue playing, and also
but at the same time,
yes, exactly. So I took it. So I took it, and I signed for FC Zwolle in the Netherlands, and I followed my UEFA C coaching license. And at the same time, I was an intern at one of the youth clubs around that same neighborhood called Be Quick. So this is where I always say that I learned football. Like before that, I didn't know football. The Dutch vision. Before that, I didn't know football. And like I mentioned earlier, training here ilikuwa mkutane grao, mcheze singi kidogo, and then you'll be balanced, you play. Akukuwa na actual football training, like whereby you'll be learning tactics. You're a midfielder, you're a defender, this is how you should be moving and do that. Hatukuwa na hiyo. Ilikuwa kidogo sana, but haikuwa tena sana. Okay, we were lucky kidogo at Maisa because most of our coaches also, Maisa had a partnership with the KNVB. So most of the courses that were delivered at Maisa were
it has a
Dutch
little bit
vision.
of Dutch.
Exactly. Dutch vision. And so we got kidogo. We were luckier because we could get sometimes training from the best, and you'd understand a few things. But then when I started working at Be Quick, that's when I understood football really, because every training was structured from warm up to the end game, and there was a reason behind we were doing everything. So I got to learn, I got to understand my role as a midfielder. I got to understand there are things I did naturally, but I never knew that these things are supposed to be taught as well on the pitch. These things that just don't happen, you know, automatically. And so much as you're gifted, you're talented, you need to add this to even make you better. You know. So I left Netherlands like, wow.
A new world.
Yes, a new world.
And at this point, did you ever think that coaching is your next step?
No, I always wanted to coach. I love coaching, but for me it's more development, not at the top level. Like I would want the row. The grassroots hapo kuanzia 6 or 13 hapo. Okay. So real development up, and I think that's where we have the biggest challenge, because at that age, if you don't get it right,
and that is where the football education happens.
Exactly. Because then ukishafika 15 17
it's
ni management
to teach a new tactics and new things to somebody who's already that age.
So hapo ukishafika hiyo level ni competitive, maybe uko 17 or actually 15, ni understand movement, understand hizo tactics. Ufundisho kupiga pass or how you can pass or where you should pass, ni understand movement. What do you do when you don't have the ball? What do you do when you have the ball? Awareness, everything, like understanding the game, not just moving around with the ball. So if we don't get it right at the grassroots level, then hapo ndio kuna kongana gaps, and that's why you hear that a lot of players also leave the country, go abroad, and then they struggle. You don't hear of them for the whole year because they're struggling with all these basics. Na si ati wajui ball, wanajua tu ball, but the way we've been doing it here is not
different.
And it's not even their fault. It's because we've not been getting the right education through it.
Before we go for a break, story is told that you are the first Kenyan woman to go pro when it comes to football. Do you think you becoming the first Kenyan woman to go pro in football opened doors for other girls to now go, because we have other girls now playing in Europe?
I can confidently say yes, and that's why I said when I got this opportunity, it was not just for me. It was also to show that we have something in Kenya. The only thing we don't have is the platform or the opportunities for us to expose ourselves. Because even like before me, there was a generation. Did you ever see Florence Adhiambo play football? Or Mary Adhiambo, Kayola Salet's coach, play football? Mary Adhiambo was my role model when I was a young girl. I looked up to Mary Adhiambo. Like that duo in the midfield did wonders. Their generation was completely wasted. We had very good players. We had, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Agnes Omere. She was one of the best strikers Kenya ever had. There's another one, Julia Omusula, who is the sister to Diamond Okusimba. She's in France now. Top talent. These are players we looked up to. And then came my generation. We were also completely wasted because there was no competitions, there was no exposure at the national level. The national team was assembled for other reasons. Tunaweza itwa camp, we train for a week, and then you are told, okay, this friendly match has been cancelled, and you go back home. So myself, I played football actively for 18 years. I only have 6 caps
for the national
team. And qualifiers, Timbili too, was against Cameroon, against Nigeria under 20 World Cup qualifiers, and then Cameroon World Cup qualifiers, and we were no match to these teams because locally we did nothing for women football. So there's no way we could expect the team to compete against the Nigerians or even the Cameroonians. So we were easily beaten and knocked out. But then look at Akina Corazon today. Like, how long have we known Corazon?
Some time now.
Between 2016 and now. But how many cups does she have now? So it only shows you that also there is a lot that has been done between 2016 and now. And before I even get there, like when I left the Netherlands, I came back. I always had this feeling in me to also do something to change the way things were done and managed in women's football here. So I came here and I got the opportunity to work with the National Youth Talent Academy as a coach. And we were based in Karen, which is now Talanta Hela. I don't know if it exists now that Babu is not there. It has always been his brainchild. He was also the one behind the National Youth Talent Academy. So I worked there. We had a very good team. That's where Akina Ese were discovered. And we participated in a league that was organized and sponsored because UNICEF came on board in 2012. It kind of showed some light for women football in 2012 when UNICEF came on board to partner with the federation to start a women's league and see if they can like revive the national teams at different levels, U20 and also the senior team. So unfortunately that support only lasted for a couple of months because at the time I was working with Matu, our team, we renamed our team, the team that was the national outfit kind of at the Talent Academy. We renamed it Matu FC, and we were based in Matu because it happened to be one of the centers of excellence that UNICEF was coming up with.
Matu in Machakos County.
In Machakos County. So we actually won the league. But on the day when we were supposed to be crowned the champion, like finish, like just play the match, finish and be crowned, like nobody showed up. Not the officials from FKF, not the opponent, not the referees. We were supposed to play Mbotela Kamaliza in Mbotela, and it was just us. So there was no trophy, there was nothing. And that's how the league ended. The league that was kind of sponsored. So again, it was a setback for women football. Then in 2013, they tried to organize something that didn't actually work. They tried to like organize in a kind of like in a format that would allow teams to converge in one place for one weekend and participate and play once in a month. But it also didn't end well that season and kind of like just died. So around that time, I like left. I got another opportunity. Reached out by FC Cologne in Germany, and they offered me like a contract to go and play there. So I didn't turn it down. So I went to Cologne for season 2013-2014. So I played, and unfortunately, I incurred a serious injury. I completely ruptured my Achilles tendon towards the end of the first leg, and so like I was out the entire second leg, and that's when like I was like, no, so maybe this marks the end of my playing career, and maybe I should really just go back home because and do something around women's football. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that there was a lot of young girls who were looking up to me because being the first woman to have made it professionally, it kind of restored hope that someone else could make it. Like I could also make it if Doreen made it. And there was a lot of